Greetings, my brave volunteers. Maybe not willing volunteers, but still volunteers. We are back to Infinifactory. We are working on the resource site 526.81. Looks like maybe halfway through-ish the game. So Proving Grounds is kind of the basics thing. The big thing that we're working on is with rotators at this point in time. So we're going to see how exciting we can do stuff with that. And, you know, we're making good progress. We figured out a couple of things last time, I think largely to you guys. We found that we can push these sensor blocks. And so I'm going to start incorporating some of that. I've been doing a little bit of practice with some of that in some of the previous ones. We also found, here I'm just going to take, this one's done the fastest. This solution here for like the first one, we can increase the input rate. And then we just play this faster and it should automatically, decrease the time there. Yay! That was easy. And we can do that with all of those. I'm not going to go do all of those, but we found that we can increase the input rate, which can help to improve the time if we have a design that is good. So now that we know all of these tricks, our hope is that we can take some advantage of some of these and actually do some cool stuff. So we're going to try that. Last time we did the landing array lights, which, I'll just play this while we're getting set up here. Essentially, we have these bricks that are being assembled 4 by long, and then they come through rotate. We could probably reduce the footprint if we did more rotations, but I'm not really that worried about absolutely super optimizing. Here we'll come over here to where the bulk of it's done and fly up. And now we're going to try to do something a little bit different. Whoops. Just had it all set up just the way I wanted to. Sorry, sometimes it takes me a little bit to get some of this stuff set up on my end. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the next one. We have optical sensor array type 4. I'm starting to wonder a little bit. These are starting to become more military stuff.
Well, Floyd again. That's 19 bodies so far. Quite a few more than usual. The overlords must have abducted a lot of people this time around. I've seen more dead humans in the past 2 weeks than in the last 10 years. I listened to their recorders, but they didn't say much. Most died of starvation or dehydration. This one got a snag in her suit, lost her air. Bad way to go. When this all started, we were put in groups of 2 or 3. That didn't work out too well, though. There was lots of talk about revolt or escape, like we were soldiers or something. There were 2 of them, Mary and Bill, who were just so antsy. They disappeared on one job. Wonder if they're still out there somewhere. I just didn't see the point. Disobey and they just throw you into space. Whoosh! Right out of the ship. Anyway, it wasn't long till we were all separated. Never saw those rebels again, or much anyone else.
Alright, so we need to come up with a plus shape, and then we're going to move it through here. This is going to stamp the sides. Then we rotate it here, and it's going to stamp the other sides, and hopefully that will work. So I'm going to start with a simple version of this. Oops. So this will weld. We got to do this from the top. And actually, we want to have a standard platform here. I think we can get away with a conveyor here. I think this will just bring it through as is. Let's just see what this does. In fact, we don't even need this welder. Cool. So that will get the 3 long. Now, how do we get the 2 on the side? Huh. Well, I think what we do is we have this be a rotation block. This one doesn't even need to do. Let's see if we just rotate here. I think what's going to happen is we're going to push out. It's going to rotate and fall immediately. Okay. So let's put another platform here and then rotate there. This isn't going to work. We have to rotate on the center. Well, let's get the 3 long. And then we're going to just rotate this. We want it to be on the middle. If we put the rotator right here, I think we can push from the side here. And I think we'd have to have something from the top, but let's just see how this works. I think what's going to happen is this is going to rotate on the side. Nope, that won't do. We need it to be held here. Let's try this. But we need to have just one come through there. That's not gonna work. We're getting somewhere though. What if we have this rotate block be the other direction? Let's just see. Whoops, we need to put the welders back here. That's an interesting shape. What happens if we put another rotator here? Okay. Just trying different things here. I have a feeling something like this can work. Why can't we rotate there? Interesting. I'm gonna kill that one. We should be able to rotate there. They're not welded. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Now they're welded. That's welded. And we want it to... That one doesn't do any good. Let's just try to rotate this the opposite direction and see what happens. Yeah. Rotator there. Let's just see what happens when we rotate back. No. So we want Let's try putting a sensor here that will look for something. It's the wrong type of sensor, but I can just hit C. So we got a sensor there. Then we want to push. How? What if we put the pusher here? Put the pusher here? And then the sensor up above. And we put a conduit here. What's this gonna do? Nothing unless we rotate that. And it can't move because this pusher's there now. We really want it to rotate like this. I think we're on to something. Like welding these two, having this be a rotating block. Ideally, we would like to rotate it more than once. So what if we try the rotator here and we put a conveyor to point back? What will this do? Let's try this. Oh, that's really interesting, but not really what we wanted. Okay, what if we're gonna line 5 blocks up. So this is another trick that I have learned. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to ensure that we will have 5 blocks in a row of the same kind. And then let's put a welder here. Now we don't want those on top of each other. We want... Oh, we want the welding to happen from the side. So, you know what? We actually don't care about the welding in that direction. We want downward facing welding. And then we're going to put a conveyor here. And then let's put the rotator here. That's... Well, that's kind of interesting. I didn't realize that the welders would not be stuck. Not all parts are welded to parts, which is kind of interesting. This actually isn't going to help anything, though, is it? We'd have to push all of those blocks out at the same time. Out of curiosity, if we increase the input rate, this design actually may be easier with the faster input rate. Let's just try welding here, and we're going to put a rotator here. It's too fast. Interesting. Okay, so let's just do this. we're gonna make the shape that we want to make here. No, that's not gonna work either. Ah! The max input rate. Oh, it does have a pause. Okay. So if we think of it coming through at the max rate, we want to push one to the left and we want to push one to the right. How can we, or just rotate this around? I don't know what this will do. Nope. We would have to actually physically block this, which is probably going to cause problems later on, but we'll just... I'm trying to understand the flow pattern here of how these things will come together. So we want two to come together here. And they're going to brick together. They're coming out too fast though to rotate. Okay, let's slow down the input rate. And just make sure that this... So that is good. So if we have a block below here, and if we had a block here. So let's try one of these advanced things. If we have a sensor here, then we're going to push a pusher and this actually needs to be facing this way. So we're going to put some conduit. And it needs to come down. And then right there. Push a pusher. So then, let's say we have a second pusher that's on this plate here. Except for this is too close now. We can actually move this pusher back one though. So we can move the pusher here. We put a second pusher here. This looks ridiculous, but that's okay. I have to then run wire, but I can't connect it to anything, so this has to go this way. So we need both of these to be activated. Now we have to have a sensor that is only hooked up to this one. So if we have the sensor here, we're already sensing that there's one there. We need a second sensor here, but it'd have to be movable. That's not going to work. We're close, but not quite. Let's just see what this does for the fun of it. See? So that pusher block is sent out here. I wonder if we had a sensor connected here, what it would do. Let's just see. Yeah, it's not actually connected to this, so it's not gonna move. Hmm. Okay, let's just try something along these lines. I don't think that's going to help either. That just moves the problem to the other side, but if we wanted to do that, we could just do this. How do we do this? Okay, let's just... We're going to connect the 3 long one, and then we're going to figure out how to make it work. So the 3 long is easy. Just 2 platforms and a conveyor. And 2 welders. That will get the 3 long one, and then we're going to put the 3 long one on a brick here. But then somehow we have to get 2 out of this configuration without doing that. So we need to have the welder be here. We're going to move this effectively 1 out. So that's a weld. It's a weld and it's pushing that forward. Okay. We could have this be a rotator block. And then we'll put a platform here and we're going to put a... But we need to weld this from the top. We could do conveyor here to move it forward, and then a rotator here. So, well, and then effectively come here. Then this guy will eventually get stuck on the rotator, but that's fine. And then we're going to weld this, this, and this. So what this will do is push the 3 through, but it's not going to work because of the welding. This is tricky. So what else could we do? So we can get a triangle formed easily enough. And we can get a corner thing. We can also get 3 in a row done easily enough. But we're having problems getting all of this. So if we do side welding, yeah, we'd have to weld from the top. What happens if this is a conveyor? Then it doesn't do anything. Versus if this is a platform, then the rotating happens on the platform. What if we make this a rotation block as well? Very interesting shape. But I don't think that's the one that we want. And let's just flip these two just for the fun of it. Yeah, that's also not going to work. So ideally, we're going to platform this. It's conveyor here and then here. No, that's just going to keep pushing. We could do a welder here. What if we do the rotator here? Probably not gonna do what I hope for, but just trying to get a better feel for this. I mean, that's kind of fun, but that's not what we're looking for. What happens with the platform here? That's a really funky shape. Well, okay, we're not getting the right shape that we're looking for. So what do we do? It's too bad we can't activate the rotators based off of the sensors. So we need to have 5 of these coming out. They need to be in specific positions, and we need to weld it all together. Put the rotator here. Then welds, rotates, welds. That would be a fine, but it's not doing anything other than the weld. And that's not the only time that this is here. So we can't just push this to the side. What if, okay, we try welding from the side. So we have a conveyor here. Then we have a platform. They're welding to the side. That's also not going to work, is it? Gosh, this is tough. See why the aliens are choosing us to do this, because, man, this is non-trivial. We want them... We want to do something different. Kind of interesting, but no. So what if we did something like this? This is kind of horrible, but it's just going to go back and forth. It's got a random mutation, and then when it has this, it's stuck. That's also not what we want. Closer though. Starting to see this just a little bit, but it's tricksy. I think we will have to do some pusher action though. So let's, first thing, we're gonna get 3 lined up. And we're gonna weld these 3 together. No, we're not. We need 5. 5 blocks of this together, and they need to be in a pattern. So when we have 3 blocks here, let's just put this out. These are going to be welded together. We actually don't need that one, but we will need this. We will need that. So when we have an object below here, we'll know that we have the 3 in a row. And that means the next 2 blocks need to be pushed off in different directions. So when we have that, the pusher though will divert. How does that work? Let me just see the rotation from here. Yeah, it's not going to be able to rotate because it's not moving smoothly. But if we do this, whoops. I mean, that's the same thing as it was right out of the gate. So how about when we have that shape, we could push it off. And maybe we can get it to come back. Okay, I'm liking this. I like this triangle shape. But then when it has that shape, we want to push it off. So how do we know it's going to have that shape? Well, it's when this comes here, maybe we can use the pusher as a kind of diverter. When it has that shape, when we're sensing something below, then we want to push here. I don't think this is quite going to work, but this is going to be close. Yeah. It's not allowing for the turning motion. What happens, out of curiosity, if we switch this to the other side? Okay. So let's do the pushing from the other side. Let's try that. Will this still allow for a full turn? Oops, we need to do this. Yeah, this is what I thought was going to happen, and we've effectively stopped things. Now, we could possibly stop things. No. This isn't quite right. We need to still allow that one to come through before. Out of curiosity, let's just try this at a higher rate. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It was worth a shot. So this thing just gets in the way. All right. We need to delay it. Somehow. Now, we could do a double thing. So I don't know quite how this is going to work, but let's just play with this concept. We're going to have a double pusher. And the first one's going to push here, which will push if we put anything on there, it's going to go. So we actually need to go one further back. Or, alternatively, okay, we're just going to put the pusher there. So the pusher here, we put another pusher on there. Both of those pushers would have to be activated for it to do anything. Let's put the sensor right here. The sensor is going to trigger based off of this one. Interesting. But not quite. That was a little faster. It's just... I'm wanting to trigger it with the next block, not the current one. Just try increasing the input speed a bit. Wait. Did that do what we... We did, in fact, get this to move off. Now, from there, let's have it move this way. Not gonna work. Still, this kind of worked, but I have a feeling doing this at a faster input speed at this point in time is not going to help. What if we reverse this pusher and sensor? So we put the sensor on there. We put the pusher here. That's going to effectively block that. Not really going to do much good. We need to push to the left. What if we rotate this? So that's going to push this away. And then we have... Well, we're going to do that. Let's make this wire a little crazy. Less crazy. One down, sure. And then we're going to put a pusher. It's going to push it away. And eventually... we have a sensor here and a pusher there. That pusher's always... but it's not connected to anything. Ah, interesting. Well, let's just, I don't know, wire this up. Yeah, that's always going to be triggered. But what we actually wanted... I mean, we're closer. What if we push here? We have the sensor connected there. But then the conduit doesn't stretch any, so this can't ever trigger. Yeah. And we also can't do the rotation. I think we're chasing a wild goose here. So if we could get the kind of Tetris shape, then the last one would be fairly easy. I think we're kind of on the right path, but let's think this through. I don't know. I wanted to check something in my settings too. I was going to do this. Okay. I'm just tweaking some of my settings so that it should allow people to talk a little bit easier, but in a way, hopefully that won't have too many bots. Anywho, it's back to business. Well, let's just start with this. I want to make sure that the stamping is going to work the way that we expect it to. That's going to be vertical. Actually, a little bit more forward. There we go. Okay, I need to go one more. That's fair. Yes, that does have that side. I mean, this part is super easy. The hard part by far is making the plus. This feels like something we should be able to do, though. Well, okay. So I'm just gonna let this go forward a couple blocks. Well, there may be some things that are easier. we're going to push these off. We're going to have 2 platforms right here and right there. And then we need to be able to push this to either direction, which we cannot do. Unless we did a double pusher. Can we do that with the same input? Not really. That would be kind of wacky, but I suppose there's a solution there that could be done. So something like this with some welders here, 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 and here. And we push the first 2. Can't be the first 2. Once we have one here, then we have to push forward. But the sensors don't work that way. Okay. Let's place this forward a bit. So, effectively, we want 3 sitting here in a row. And then we need to have these become welded, but we can't. The welding cannot happen for the 3s in the same way that it does for the 2s. So push these forward like this. Push forward, and then 2 weld these together somehow. Let's do a side welding. And then once we have this, we push this forward, and then we have it hold here. And then somehow we need to get 1 block there, 1 block there. And we need to have welders on top of those. So we're welding 1 line here. Then once it hits here, we could probably have this become a conveyor. And then this is going to start pushing it along, and then we push it along here, this direction. Something like this. So we know that there will be 2, well, we know that there will be a sensor there. There's 2 things that we want to do when that happens. We want to allow 2 blocks to pass through, and only 2 blocks to pass through. So in order to do that, we're going to have these 2 blocks. That's going to show that we have 2 ready to go. We actually need 1 more so that we can do the shove off. But then this has to be a push forward. That one can be, yeah, we're gonna have to move this whole structure back. Can we area select this and move it? So let's delete this. And we're going to try area selecting up to here, and we're going to move this back. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I wish I had known about that earlier. So this is going to go onto that platform. Now, this will need to be a welder, and then we'll area select. Honestly, this is a pusher forward. Just, whoops. The welders need to be propped up, which is not a problem. We'll just get rid of that. Let's actually put a still platform on there. Okay. So when this is sensed, we're going to trigger a couple of things. One of them, we can do this way, because this will allow us to do a little bit of less wiring. We're going to close off that gate until we're ready for the next one. Okay. I'm happy with that. Then we also need to push these two that are waiting out. And they're going to go into two different paths. So one of them's going to come here to right there. And then the second one is going to come along here, and then we can't do that way, so it's got to go all the way around, I guess. This is structural, so we can actually cut through there. I think this will work. These guys are moving off into the right direction. We got one weld. We got two. Woohoo! Look at that. Okay. Then we need to shift the direction here. And then put a rotator here. And then I think just push it forward. Something like this should work. We're just not quite getting the rotation right, which is fine. Because the rotation needs to happen on... Oh, this is weird. So the rotation is going to move it off kilter a little bit. So we just need to recenter it. We're going to pause this. So we need to move this to the right one, and then just push it forward like that. Oh, Well, that's an interesting issue. Well, we got one. Does this actually make a second one? Every time we're gonna push one off here, waste one. Which is fine. I mean, this is super slow, but it's a first step, right? Oh, this is an ugly machine. So this is one of the slower machines, but it's pretty block efficient. And actually, we can definitely improve the block score quite a bit. Something like this might work. Nope. We gotta go one more over. Yeah, I should have done that. From here, we actually... Well, we can move like that. Okay, that's got to be there. We're gonna have to push one more forward. Something like this should be pretty close. And then from here we can get rid of these. And just shift it to something like that. I think this will do it. Yep. Cool. So that just improves the blocks. It does not improve the cycles. This is probably a pretty... we can probably improve the input speed and it will work pretty quickly. Okay. So that reduced the blocks. We're looking a lot better there. Let's increase the input rate some. Let's see how this works. It actually is working. Oh my. Cool. Throwing away a lot of bricks, but that's fine. Okay, so that improved our time somewhat. What could we do to reduce this? Well, one of the biggest problems is this takes too long to get around, right? So let's see if we can shorten the path some. We could just drop it here. This will reduce the blocks somewhat too. Let's come down and see what we can do. I think it'll decrease the footprint too. So let's try this. Wait, what are these two blocks? They don't need to be there. Cool. I'm liking this so far. That's a huge improvement in footprints and in blocks. And in cycle time, biggest of all, it's 40 full cycles quicker. So let's see, what else could we do that would reduce this somewhat? Um. Well, let's pause here for a sec when we get this into the right. So at this point in time, it's locking. It's already actually started the next 3 here, but that's going to wait until the next one is ready to go. So then this one gets into place. If I could find a way to shave a few cycles on getting this one there. What if we do this? We'll make this one the longer one. And we'll move this one to be the shorter one. So that seems promising. That should help save a few cycles. One more, and then we'll rotate you. Wait, what happened? So 3, lock. Oh dear. Okay. That was a big fail. So that one has now arrived much closer to each other. So this should save off a few cycles. That's 10 cycles. That's nothing. And improved our block score and our footprint score. Nice. What blocks do we have here that we don't need? Wonder if we need that one. We probably do. Those will be needed. These pushers don't pass through signals. We know this. Those are welders. Is welder supported by anything now? No. We do need all of those welders that we have. Unfortunately, I think this design is about as efficient as it can be. Yeah, because this does need to be pushed forward. So they have to fall here. This comes around as efficiently as it can. It has no wasted blocks. This doesn't have any waste. I mean, there may be one block somewhere that we could shave off of this. But, and it's probably right here if it's anywhere. So this block gets touched, which brings it to the rotator, which pushes along, like, yeah. I mean, there's probably something that could be done, but not much. Wait a sec. Big thing. We only need 2 pusher blocks. And this guy can do that. And then this guy is going to go around like this. And we're wasting... Wait, why? 2, 3. Sensor's gone. We've got one guy here. But that's okay. Then let's go. I think this will be a little bit faster. How close do these... They're really close to the same time. Okay. Yeah, I bet you this is going to save at least a dozen cycles. Hey, almost 20 cycles faster. Cool. Hey, Lord Manfred. Welcome back. Saved 1 footprint and 1 block and almost 20 cycles. So, okay. Anything else that we could do? So, what about... This is a small thing, but we may as well. We can run the wire here, and then these two become wire. No, this has to be a gap, so that's not going to work. Oh, that was worth a shot. Yeah, if we were going to make this go any faster, we'd have to stop blocking this. Or at least block it for less time. Now, is there any way to move this over further? I think the answer is no. Probably do some micro improvements in the footprint. This probably is going to save 1 actually footprint score. Yeah, 1 footprint. Oh, 1 block too. No, it's 1 more block. I don't even know why. You know, we probably don't... Well... It's probably a small thing, but I bet you we could speed this along. This may save a cycle or 2, but it's not going to be a huge winner. Okay, the welding, if we can move this to the other side, which should be fairly easy actually. Although we will need another platform for the moment. So we'll move the welding here. Then this can be simplified quite a bit. And it should be a lot less footprint. It's one more block. Oh wait, I need to also do this and move this over like that. What? Hang on. Think that guy's getting first. Whoa. Okay, this is a small but important change to make. So this will fix that problem. Huh, that's fun. So is there a way that we could connect these? I mean, it doesn't really matter where we put that. That's fine. That's all 10 cycles faster. Nice. And the footprint score is down by 2 with the same block score. Not bad. Anything else we can see? I mean, this is letting blocks go as quickly as we can, so we're managing them as quickly as we can use them. Theoretically. Well, okay. Here's a small thing, but this is a footprint change. We can shift the footprint so that it goes over these blocks that already count against our footprint score. And then we can get rid of this block. I'm liking this. How close do these get to... So that one gets there just a scooch early. And then it pushes forward. Getting better. I mean, we're really close to the minimum range. I mean, I guess there's some crazy people who figure out how to do this with no footprint, but if we were going to do that, if we did the assembly over here, it would take less footprint. Because if we play through, I hit P, what we're going to see is the footprint, you know, there's a lot of footprint that's used right there. But if we could get away with a little bit delayed putting this together, then that could reduce the footprint some. I think this is as optimal as she's going to be. So let's go back to our cell. Call that a success. Maybe we could do the performance review. Small excavator. So, okay. What's this? Oh boy. So we have 2 sides that are composed of 3 long, and then we have 4 along the top that's kind of an I-beam. So this looks like it's the I-beam. This looks like... Oh! Hang on. Let's make sure that this does what I think it does. I think this is gonna shred. Yeah. Oh, man. So, we have to compose 2 of these that are 3 long, 1 of them that's 4 long somehow, and then the 2 3 long ones we have to shave. Huh. Well, hello.
Well, these 2 sure are interesting. Let's see, no suits. That's strange.
TNT.
Oh, I've seen this species before, a long, long time ago. Maybe 1 or 2 years after I was abducted. The overlords used them as miners before they had the machines. After that, though, one of the overlords started running them against each other in teams, and it turned into a sort of gladiatorial blood sport, mining and murder. As one of my rewards, I got to watch a match. It was a brutal sight, but I can see the appeal.
So... let's think this through. We need 1 that's 4 long that goes through undisturbed. Okay. So we put a conveyor there. Honestly, these guys don't need to be there. So that will bring the 4-1 through. And then I think we're going to leave the 4-1 waiting. We're going to put a sensor here that will do what exactly? Wait a sec. Okay, this is the time where we're finally gonna put this to use. When there's 4 here, we're gonna have a pusher. It's gonna push out another pusher. Well, let's put the sensor here. And then the pusher here. So this is not quite the layout that we want, but we're gonna area select this, move it over, something like this. Let's just have this stay up. So this, let's see what this does here. So that's going to push the 4-1 over. And then I'll keep moving it this way. We actually don't need that one. 2, 3. So it's going to push over here, and then we'll have it come back this way. Just trying to piece this together, see if this... Well... Huh. We need to have it go a little bit further. So let's just platform, platform, platform. We're just prototyping now. No premature optimization here. So then it senses here, it's pushing this along, and it's going to create the 3 path. So then we can bring the 3 ones through here. Let's see if this works. No. I mean, we could do this. So that's going to shred. And then once we have one shredded, then we need to push this guy along somehow. But how would we push it? We don't have to have this be here, though. So we're going to move the sensor. We're going to... We'll move that sensor along. We're going to have this guy follow here. And then be a platform here. When we have one of these, that's actually sufficient. And the reason why one is sufficient, because we'll have a second one that is already being made. Then we can push this guy onto its new course here. Then we need to have this sensor be moved. None of that's connected. So now that will be connected. The sensor needs to move over here. The sensor needs to be like right here, roughly. So let's go back to conduit. It's not the most efficient, but let's just see if this works. So that's the 4 one. So we pushed 1, 3. We got the second 3. Shaved. Oh, fudge. Okay. I'm sure somebody saw that one coming. That's fine. We're gonna have to have the sensor be above. It doesn't matter that much where it is. So let's try this. So we got the 4. So now we're only making 3 long ones. So we got the first 3 long one. It's going to come through, shave. And as soon as it shaves, it pushes the 4 one off. And we have the second 3 one that is on its way. And we have a third one that's just waiting. This is not fast, safe logic, but it will do for now. So, We have this 4 long one. That's going to come on top. We'll have 2 of these that are coming along. One of them needs to be rotated, and one of them does not. So we're going to keep one here. Actually, they need to be... One of them needs to be rotated twice, and the other one does not. I actually think we want to build this a little bit higher. No, let's do it on the ground. Jeez. This welding's going to be fun. I guess it has to be vertical like this. So, how do we take these two, rotate them in different directions? We already have a sensor there that knows when one's there. Let's... Let's think this through. Making some progress. I think we'll just let 2 of them drop off. Let's have one rotation happen here. I wonder how this will work, and then we could probably just push one out of the way if there's one ready. Okay, that's in the wrong spot, which is fine. Okay, rotate once. That's actually... Huh. Oh, this is interesting. This might work. That'll put them in the right orientation. Then we need to weld them. I don't know if this will work. Actually, the welding, yeah, it'll be just on top of one brick. We got 2 sideways welders. And then we need to get this guy in the right orientation, so it needs to rotate. So he's coming along. He can't rotate. Not really a huge surprise there. So let's push you off. Then we need to do a mid-air rotation. That's fine. Want to make sure this is right. Okay. Then we can have you go this way. Actually, we're so close. Let's just move this over one. And then rotate you here. C on that one should do that. You're not far enough apart. Huh. Alright, so we need to move you one further to drop you here, and then we need to move this stuff back one. And then we're going to have to push this off to get it started. So let's do the area select. We're moving you guys back one. Then we're going to have to stay on a platform. And we need to conveyor you like this. Oh, so close. So close. The second one just comes in a little bit too slow. Is there anything we could do to slow this down a bit? Huh. I mean, it's small, but let's see what happens when we move this sensor here. That should kick out the next one a little bit sooner. No. Okay, so let's just... We're gonna move you, do this the old-fashioned way. We'll try this out. Not good either. So the second one needs to be fed through faster. Let's just look at this really carefully. So we got 4-1. We have the second, third that we're pushing through. Ideally, okay, that is actually flowing. The second one of these has just barely started when this chomping has started. Well, what are we doing now? All of this stuff kind of has to stay as it is. We could delay this though. That's another easy solution. So we push this back. In fact, let's do this so it doesn't increase our footprint any. So close. Let's try one more unit. Let's do 2 for good luck. So swap, swap. Hey! Look at this. That's going to fall right on the block on time. Then we need to add in a sensor. Well, Let's put a conduit here because we may be able to use that. Put a sensor here. So when that's going, actually the pusher can go right underneath it. Rotate it this way. Conduit will help us see the signal though, so. Oh, and then we're gonna need to, it's not quite lined up right. So we're gonna push it one forward, move it this way, and then push it, something like this should do. Gosh, I used the wrong direction sensor. Interesting. That sensor is in the way. The pusher block needs to be further back. Okay. That's an easy thing to fix. Wonder if we can weld together that TNT. So that's the first one, comes across, gets in the right spot. Second one's in place, welds. Oh dear. I think I saw what happened here, but I want to... So that is in the right spot. Yeah. A rotation happened. I mean, okay, let's just run this through as is and see how this comes. So it's moving forward. Actually, easiest thing to do would just be to keep the rotation from happening there when it's full. I think this will work. Yep, and then we just need to get it over 1 unit. Something like this might work. Hey, we got a ding! Okay, I was afraid of that. So let's stop. This seemed pretty hokey, so we've got the 3 across. 1, 2 goes. Then the next one should be a 4. The next one's a 3. Ooh. So that's the 3. This one's a 4. That one should be a 4, but we have to kick this thing out quicker. Oh, fudge. Okay. That's not that horrible. Let's just put the sensor here. This probably... Well, let's just see if this works right. So that's a 4, 3, 3... We have the 2 3s, which are coming. And then a 4, which is coming along. Okay. But we need to slow this down. So we're going to just try doing some of this. We can move this back further. Okay. So far that's 1. And then the 4 is coming too early. Well, out of curiosity, let's just see what happens when we increase the... Oh yeah, that's gonna be a disaster, isn't it? So we got the 3. Dadgum. Let's just try delaying this a little bit more. I hate to take up all of this space just to do essentially a delay operation, but if the second one works. If the second one works, the third one probably, yeah. Well, wasting some. But it's working. That's actually kind of interesting. It's working, but for the wrong reason. And it's a fairly efficient score. Interesting. What's a better solution? So a better solution is to not... let this one go until we actually are ready to. So we push this to the side. And what's the moment that we are ready for this one really to go? Just realized this could be accomplished by pushing this conveyor. We're only ready for that one to go. I don't want to send a wire all the way down. That seems like a lot. We're ready for that one to go. The moment that there is a second thing in here. So when there's a second thing in here, we'll add a sensor. We're going to do some kind of a pusher plate. Can't do that. Have to make sure not to cross the wires. Not to block the paths. So that will not block a path. I'm actually gonna push this down a little bit. Then we're gonna put this on a block. That's not going to work though. We could push it down a little bit like this, and that will go one unit further down, but that's gonna block the sensor. So we have to move the sensor if we're gonna do that. Okay. And we can put this be a conveyor, this be a block, This one is going to be a pusher. And that pusher will be connected to you. So it's still just a scooch too quick. So, okay. What do we do? We only want the second one to go off when this thing goes off. When it's leaving the tube. Both pushers can be triggered to the same thing. Hey, I like that. And then it comes down, weld, boom. And we can... Oh. Well, okay. So first thing, let's clear this out, and we're going to flip this around like this. So we've got this guy going. He rotates, plops down correctly, good. We've got the second one there in place. Next is coming, good. Okay, so let's watch these blocks carefully. Send the 4, we're waiting. Send a 3. Send a 3 who's pending. 3 goes for the next one. We have the second 3 there. We have a second 4. It's being produced too quickly. So let's slow the input rate down. Let's see if this works better at the slower rate. No. Okay. The problem is probably this. Except for that has to be a block, or else... What if this is 2 conveyors and then 1? So I think the 4 will go with the more... No. Dadgum. This has to be a platform. Problem is, so we have 3. We have that one ready to go. This actually little bit is probably doing as much good as anything, because we're not... That is actually holding it against here. Well, that's really interesting. What happens if I do this at max rate? Just plain. Oh, Yeah, it's so broken. Oh, that's kind of fun, actually. See these things go through at max rate. So, I think we want to make 3s in 2 instances. We want to make a 3 if we could probably do an OR gate here somehow. If there is one here, we also want to make 3s exclusively. Since OR gates are a lot easier on these wires, let's see if this does the trick. No, that's not going to do it either. Huh. What happened to the first one? There were 2 4s. So this needs to happen earlier. We want this block in general to be functioning longer. So that's 2 4s though consecutive. We cannot have that. Let's also put a sensor here. So that's the 3s. Good. Okay, we do need to have one there. But we can have one in both of the spots. So that's getting the 3. The 4 is made. It's now being pushed. It literally... I won't work that. Well, this is a max input rate. Let's go slower. I think this is a good check. 2. Nope. That's not gonna do it. So what happened here? We have a 4. Comes through, is waiting. A couple of 3s. When the 4 gets pushed along. And it's waiting. And they'll get tripped the next time one leaves. Good. And then it comes too quickly. So let's try the 0 footprint. Or 0 speed. That looks good. We do seem to be having too many of the 3s, which is a bit of a problem. But too many of those is kind of okay, because we can push those off to the side. But long term, that would have problems. Like right there. So we have too many 3s, not enough 4s. Huh. If we increase this, then what are we doing? Let's add another sensor here. Because we really do not want any more 4s. Well, it doesn't matter. So we got a 4 there. That's fine. Then the 3s are being made. And then when 2 3s get made, then we'll shift that through. That... What if we delay this? So essentially there will always be a 3 here waiting. Nope, that's not going to do it. We'd have to have it wait there. I don't think this is actually going to do any good, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay. Easy thing. We have a pusher here that is activated. We would need a knot for that to work right. What I'm trying to do is come up with a way to keep this thing from falling unless it's ready to fall. So on top of the welder, we sense there's nothing right here. If we sense there's something... Here, I'm going to fast forward this a bit. So it's this side. We're not going to allow this to come through if we sense anything here. Let's just put the sensor here. I don't know. Don't need that block. So that way, if we're just a little bit off. No, that's also not going to work. We need to have the sensor be at the right spot. So this is one instance where it's really... It's too early. So way, way too early. Put our sensor here. I don't think this is going to help any, but let's just see what it does. Yeah, we have to put it one further down at least, so it's clear of that obstacle. But then we know that there's one in the right spot. We could also put an ore somewhere. See, that was just a little scooch too early. So it's we had 2 go through. That one's good. Second one comes. It's in the right position. We let that fall. Okay. This guy is coming too fast. What could we do? So we have 2 in the mill. I mean, let's just try this. I doubt this will do anything. We have too many 3s. That's what this is doing now. Because it's going through too fast. That's why. So let's just replace these back with normal conveyors. Let this go through faster. That falls, that's fine. So that's in the right spot. It's gonna hold it. Let it go, good. It's too early. We also need to hold it if, I mean, so this thing doesn't go quickly enough. But this thing's going too quickly. So what's happening? So right now, this is an okay situation. We're setting up for the next one. And this should be released when the next one hits, which is fine. The problem is this thing should not be there. So we do not want a second 4 to be created then. So that 4 is okay. 3. 1. So that 4 happened when it shouldn't have. Okay. We can just add a sensor here. It should prevent that. Good. We're still throwing some 3s away. I don't think we need this anymore, so let's take that out and see how that works. We're just gonna leave it mostly in place. Yeah, we definitely don't need that anymore. There was a sensor or pusher. We're not making enough 4s now. Why? So the first one's a 4. Wait. So that should prevent a 4. That's fine. That pushes through. There needs to be a 4 here already waiting. And there's not. Okay. Let's see if we can... So this is fine. We don't want a 4. As soon as the first one's milled, we do want to actually start making 4s there. So push that out. Now, the problem is, well, that's going to go down, trigger, that's fine. So we're going to stop making 4s because we have one waiting. This is still fine. Problem is we're making too many. We probably need to improve our logic here. If we're going to improve this design any. The problem is we want 2 3s and 1 4. And the 4 needs to go through this path. That's really the fundamental thing here that we're trying to do. I do like this bit. So, how can we improve that logic? So let's just go down to the lower input rate and see how this works. Okay. We are dropping a few still. We're making too many 3s, which will come to bite us eventually. Yeah, right there. So we have the same problem no matter what the input rate is. So we're not making enough 4s. If we kill this... So we've already drilled through 2. We have the 3rd one on its way. And the 4 is not released quickly enough. It's the second pusher plate. Honestly, okay, we can simplify this quite a bit. The pusher plate, we can change this to a conveyor, and then the pusher plate is just going to keep it above the conveyor. And that will essentially do the same logic with much less conduit. We need the conveyor here. This actually should be the pusher right there. Well, that's interesting. Let's just see. Pushes. First one through. Pushes. Let go. Then we're going through. So the second one, this works faster. Yes, it would work faster. Still I like the general direction that this one's going. So let's think of how we can improve this. We want there to be 2 items here. What if we do something like this? This is always... Wait, what? Why? What did I... Really? Oh, because I didn't hook that up. That's fine. That pushes to 3. Okay. Oh yeah, we can't have the conduit there. Okay, that's fine. We can't do this. This has to be a separate circuit. I do like that idea, but maybe the sensor's here? So if the sensor's here, and then we change this one to a conduit. So it's going to block it as long as there's one going through there. So that's 1, 3. That actually pushed it off. Huh. Yeah, we can't have that. So we can keep that from being the case just by moving the conduit. So now it's just a gatekeeper, but it happens too quickly still. So what happened wrong here? First one came out. The second one hasn't made it that far yet. You have to remember the second one is just getting pushed out here. We legitimately... So we would either need to do a block condition until that enters. We need there to be 2 that are going through at about the same time. 2 in a row. Wish you could set these pushers to only push when it's a not or a not sensed. There's probably some fancy way to do it, I know. But wait, what is... I know we want this. Why do we have that sensor? I'm definitely okay with putting a block in here. We can effectively do multiple conditions, though. Multiple things have to be set for this to go through. So one of those should be there's not a block here. One of those can also be something else. So let's even run the conduit here. Pusher block. It'd have to be over here, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's just toss the sensor here. Wait. Oh, we blocked this thing again. Keep doing that. That can't be. So it goes 4 across, then pushes, as long as neither one of these conditions is true. So then that let through. Good. Okay, let's just play a little bit more. So that's 1. It's a little bit too early, though. So this is clearly not the solution, but I think it's a part of a solution, of the solution. We need a sensor somehow. What a landmine. Well, let's go fairly high up, testing this concept out. We'll optimize this later if need be. We can sneak some conduit through here if we need to. So, at what point in time do we want to let this go? So we have the third one here. That's the second. We don't want to let it go until this guy is on its way. I think... actually, let's put the conduit here. I think we're going to say if there's anything in this direction... I think actually we need the sensor to be pointed down or be right there. More horrible mess. But we'll have the conduit come up through here. Why? Oh, that's not... We want it here. That's obviously not going to work either. We could have the conduit come up through here, but I don't think that's the right spot for the sensor, because there will always be one waiting there. When this is set, then we cannot go. So that's one pushing through. We want it to actually push the thing right here when we get the trip. So what we actually want to do is similar to where we were before, which is we have a pusher plate here. We keep this, clean this up. That stays. Keep this on here, and then, well, you need to stay here. You'll be pushed up to here, so we put a conveyor here. I think this will work. Nope, the sensor's at the wrong spot, but I think we have the right well, yeah, we have the right concept, I think. Oh. So it's going into the machine. That'll trip one. Then it comes out of the machine. The first one comes out of the machine. We're pushing on. What are we doing here? We have 1, 3 here. This is clear, so we're going to start making a 4 for the next one. And then this guy's getting pushed through. And is the timing good? No. It's a little bit too early. So what could we do to improve that situation? Let me look for some inspiration. How much too early? So that's the first one through. And as soon as this triggers, then it gets pushed into place. We start making the next one, which is good. This guy gets pushed right. Well, we can go back to where we were before. Where we go this way. Then we push off. Something like this. Should be a little bit less footprint. We'll just have it push their one, and then we can have this be the pushing, motivating force. Rotate there. Something weird like this may work. Okay, push, start. Okay, this needs to be back further. This goes there. We actually want to push it all the way to the edge. Deliberately. Okay. Pushing, good. No, you're supposed to keep... What do we do here? what's happening is we're pushing in this direction. We could do this. Maybe we just push it off the side. And then we come back. That will do. So this is a good delay operation for a couple frames. And now it's synced up so that if we get this timed right, still off, but we can adjust that easily. And right there. Oh, wait, that's not going to work. Okay. I think this was pushed too early. Yeah, okay. So the problem is now, so we've got 1 4. The second 4 here was created, the third 4 was created too early. So we're only supposed to do that one. There should be another 3. Okay. So let's see the moment that it's screwed up. Got a second 3. Pushing off, good. Then it enters in, we block. We push that to create, and we have the second one. Third one waiting, that's what we need. Wish we could rewind. Huh. Well, just curious, the faster input rate, does this do any... Creates more than 1 4. Yeah. There's some weird stuff going on there. It doesn't get there quickly enough, so if we're going to do anything faster, we have to have a second sensor, or we could maybe just move this sensor here. It's the wrong kind of sensor. This one. We could put it anywhere, but we really want to stop making these as quickly as we can. Yeah. Okay. So we're still not making enough 4s. I think we would need a fundamental redesign, and I'm kind of tired of this. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to think about this. Cargo uplifter. Well, hello, dead body.
I'm getting too old for this now, but I don't regret it. What was there for me in Greenville, huh? A farm, maybe. 40 years on the back of a tractor? That wasn't the kind of life I wanted anyway. I've seen the stars, been to hundreds of different planets. I've lived with aliens, but no one knows. Not even my parents. Hell, my parents are probably dead now. It's strange, I've never really missed human contact. I was always a bit of a loner anyway. But I'd like someone to talk to now. The overlords gave me books and records, you know. Forgot the record player, but that's okay. I made my own. They kept me comfortable. I finished up a while ago, but I can't get back to the ship. I'm tired. So tired. Maybe I'll just sit down here and wait for them to pick me up. The sky's clear now. The stars are all different from Earth, but they still shine. Lovely. I'll just close my eyes for a bit. Yeah, just for a moment.
That was a creepy sound. So, we know one of them needs to get chopped. 2 of them don't, and then we also have to get this thing into play. Somehow. The way I'm picturing this is we build 2 sets of 4 like this, like the Tetris piece, and then we weld the sides together. I think that's going to give us the best results. So, what was our standard trick we did? 1, 2, 3, and then we put a sensor. Well, we put a bunch of pushers here. And more pushers. And then the sensor, well, we need conduit. And a sensor here. This is kind of our standard splitter design, right? That we used to do. One of these needs to be shredded. The other 2 need to be stacked on top of each other. I think we're gonna go this way. They need to be stacked on top of each other and then welded. So it goes through this machine. We want to try to keep the run lengths about the same. So these 2 will fall down, and they're going to be welded here. Actually, let's have them fall down on a solid platform. The conveyor is going to come here, and then we're going to have 3 welders. And I think this will do. One, two, they're welded. We already have a new... They're coming out too quickly. That may be okay. It's probably fine. So these guys then do what? I'll have you move along. And then those guys need to be set up. So they're going to be on a platform here. They'll probably be there first. So we need to weld. Let's have it more like there. So we can weld these and that together. And then I think we just come here. There may be some rotation that needs to happen. Let's see what this piece looks like first of all. Okay, so it's pushed out. That is wrong. We need to rotate here. And then without pushing forward. That looks good. Shoot. This side needs to also be rotated. Because it's a single piece too, then it'll be trickier. Well, let's just try the naive thing. See if this works. The stacking is getting a little high, but I don't think it's going to be able to get any higher. Okay. Now that looks correct. Now, all we need to do, well, let's push it in this direction. We'll have a pusher here. This is going to be a platform. And then we just need to weld here and there. And push that along here. I think this will do. Probably a few other ones that we can get rid of. That's not bad. Hey! So we can optimize the block score easily. Whoops. By removing that one. What could we do that may improve some of this? Be really nice if we could get this in faster, but I don't think that's possible. Let's also just see the increased cycle rate. I think... Yeah... I don't think it'll be too bad. Ooh. So we can't go full rate. We'd have to find a way to do this quicker. Okay. So a little bit better block score and a fair bit better time. So, assuming that we have somewhat balanced stuff, what do we do? I think that lowers the footprint just a scooch. Can we do anything that would make this less messy? I mean, there's a couple of problems we have. One of them, this thing comes out too fast. Well, looking at the max rate solution. So, actually, we could fix a lot of this pretty easily by just replacing some of these platforms. So this will slow things down a fair bit. Too much. We could do the same trick for the blocks too, if they become an issue. So we can replace you, replace you. There's not a lot of these that we can really do that to, though. Could go further out, which does give us another replacement opportunity. But I think we need a better solution than this. Well, okay. These actually don't have to be two independent tracks. They eventually just dump on each other, right? So let's just have them push again, and then we'll have one conveyor belt that will take a somewhat roundabout way to falling off the cliff edge. Well, this seems better. These things are still a problem. We can actually improve this, though, by, I think, pushing it there. It'll lower the pressure somewhat to get things there. Actually, I want you to run that way. Actually, an easy way, we can put a sensor here. And we can put a pusher here. So if we sense anything, we're going to block. We're going to push it aside. Yeah, it would eventually cause some issues, but hey, it did improve. Our footprint's a little worse. We did improve our block score, even with this crazy mess. So if we slow it down, then our block score will be better. That's right, because we simplified this. Okay. Let's try +1. This is too slow. So let's try this. Just delay a couple of cycles. Reduce our footprint score and our block score by 2. Okay. So we could further reduce both by just doing this. It's a little bit more problematic, but it's really not that bad. Yep. Now we're into the very low footprint, and the block score is coming down. So instead of this, I mean, there's some more stuff we could do, especially in the high data mode, but we could just do something like this. It'll reduce our blocks by a little bit. Oops. We need to put one more, that's fine. So effectively that acts as a little bit of a buffer and uses one less block. Same footprint though. Let's increase the rate and see how this does. Yeah, this is coming way too fast. So We're just gonna try this. We need to have some make it though, quicker. Yeah. I think this may be as low as we can get the rate. And then we have the... Oh, wait a sec. We could just do a ceiling. Yeah. That was fun, but no. Okay, let's go back to more sane speed. And then that means we need one more these here. I'm just looking at this little thing. Let's see if we can optimize that any. What if we flip this the other direction? Can we do that? Guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Because, well, what if we do it here? Put the rotator. We've got the right design. This should work. Yeah, there we go. That's a little smaller footprint and a few fewer blocks. Yep, nice, nice. Anything else? Well, if we have this... No, it's really... Do need a conveyor there. We don't need that. That's a free block. Okay. I mean, we can probably do some more little micro optimizations, but I think this is pretty good. Actually, if we move this back one block, I'll go ahead and put just this platform here. But we're going to put this platform here. We're going to push the pushers back one. And we'll have to do some adjusting. The sensor can then improve its location. We can kill quite a bit of this. Sensors down. We need another block there. This will come this way. That guy needs to go that way. That goes through a little bit faster as well. So that cut a couple of cycles from our previous, but the footprint is the big winner, and block score. We're almost down into this lower segment here. We are into just about as low of a footprint as we can get. I mean, if we slow the speed down, we can lower the footprint some. Oh, we don't even have to slow the speed down any. We just have a couple of blocks knocked over, which is okay. And that lowers our footprint and our block score by 1. Cool. Trying to think if there's any other little trick I can think of. We can't weld. Well, no. I don't think so. Be nice if we could get rid of that block, but I don't think that's gonna be doable. This is already as simplified as we can get. I don't know if we need this block or not, but we're gonna leave it in. Let's just see what our footprint looks like. I mean, we could move this, save 1 footprint, but who cares? There's 1. We don't need this block anymore. Why did my block score not improve? Did I add a block somewhere? I suppose we could move these pushers down, and that does compress things. So let's, well, no, it doesn't actually save any blocks. It would save 1 from here, 1 from there, but it, well, okay, it does. So area select, we're going to move you guys one over. We can even put this in like this. And then we will need something to hold this guy up again. I think we can even do this one more time, so let's do that. Okay. Move you over 1. Now, hang on. We actually want this guy. Select there. 3 areas select such a hard problem. Okay. And then move you there. The sensor's not connected. Whoopsie daisies. Wait. How? Okay. Area select you guys. Move you over 1. That should do. Could even do that one more time. Continuing to improve things. Can we? No, we really can't. Well, yes, we can. So we're gonna area select starting from here, up to there, and move all of you guys over 1. Kill that. Put another blank plate there. So this is a little bit weird, but I think this will work. So what's gonna happen? It's gonna come through. Oh. Yeah, that won't quite work, will it? I think we just dug too deeply and greedily. Okay, we'll move you guys back 1. This guy, whoop, Control Z. So we're going to rotate you, you're gonna dump, and you will be a platform. And you're going there. And on that, we're going to call this an evening. Thank you guys much for joining me. I think this is getting to a point where it's just watching me try to figure stuff out. And puzzle games, you got to be careful doing with this kind of stuff, right? So I will choose something else to do for Thursday. Thank you guys for everything. Until next time, keep on tracking. Take care.